How do you feel great on vacation? Like really good? Easy. You go to Aruba. You'll spend your time relaxing on cool white sand beaches and floating in healing blue water. You'll immerse yourself in natural wonder and find your center on an island where things move at your speed. You won't just feel great, you'll feel relaxed, renewed, and ready for life. That's the Aruba effect. Plan your trip at Aruba.com.
Bounce, bounce, pass.
Sports.
Pass, kick, pass. Ball.
Dunk it.
What?
Funk it. Sure. Serve it. Here. Work it. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
Welcome
to
Jocular, the show where three best buds gossip about women's sports. Today we are still talking about the 2024.
Why'd you write still, Harry? Because we talked about it last time.
I think Harry's over it.
It does feel like you're over the WNBA playoffs.
They last
Harry.
They last longer than I thought they would.
They are so much shorter than the NBA
It's
playoffs.
yeah. It's like also like 5 games five in a games. series. So it's like not 7 games. Harry,
Oh.
you guys, listeners, what you don't understand is that we have to be. We're teaching Harry all the time. all the time.
And I don't retain a single thing. You can say it and say it. I'm not going to remember it.
We made Harry come in at 8:00 this morning.
None
Yeah.
of us have been up this early to work like this.
And Harry has said some pretty hurtful things, including, as I've already explained.
The things that he
It
said.
was so mean.
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either.
But we've been mean to him, and honestly,
Katie, you're saying that you're trying to get back in good graces
yeah.
because Katie was like, I called him baby and then said, do you like that? And he said,
No.
no. She said, do you not like that? And he said, no. And then she said, do you like it? And he said, no.
It's fine. You guys can call me whatever you want. You're the host of the podcast.
oh my
Harry.
God,
I live for, but my life for you. I'm here to help.
See, when the
Jesus
mics
Christ.
are recording, you don't hear stuff like "as I've explained before."
No, and Harry's fucking pissed off because he gave us a segment idea, and while he was absolutely probably on drugs yesterday,
Not at all. It was Sunday. I was praying.
and none of us responded.
No, it was one of those really long texts too. That
pretty long,
honestly
yeah.
would be weird not to respond.
And I ended with, "Does this sound fun?" And no one said anything. And then I just saw you this morning at 8:30 in the morning.
Truly hours later.
It's pretty good.
So anyway, we're gonna start off the pod with we just want to give you guys a heads up about Harry's energy.
Yeah.
and
because
also,
it might shake you to your core.
Excellent, Katie.
And this week we're so excited. We got to interview journalist and documentary filmmaker Nicole Teeny, who just came out with this amazing podcast with ESPN's 30 for 30 called Girl v. Horse, about how she raced fucking horses. And I'm not saying on top of them, like ran next to. It's an awesome interview. It's an even better podcast, and I can't wait for you all to hear it.
Y'all, I got some other fun news for us to talk about.
Okay.
I had a lovely weekend of watching videos about the 2 new women coaches that I'm super excited about. And one of them is Jessica Campbell,
Mhm.
who is the new coach for the Kraken, which is
Kraken.
the Seattle NHL team.
Uh-huh.
And she is the first woman in history to be a coach for an NHL team.
She looked really good in
She
a
looked really
suit
good.
back there.
Oh, she looked
And
She looked
And
really
you
good.
guys, we know that it doesn't matter how women look.
Oh,
Pervert
oh,
minute?
What?
Pervert minute?
Of course.
Damn.
Seriously.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Call her daddy. What the hell?
I know. Check me to the boards.
Please. Oh, my God. Make me sprint.
Put me in
See?
the sin pin.
Oh, fun.
See, that was pretty
Hey,
good.
Katie.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Wow.
I just looked for Harry's validation, and he is not.
She's
watching
so
us.
cool. She got me icing.
Oh, lovely.
That's really good.
That's a hockey term. Icing, right? It is.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course it is.
Well, now
course
I'm
it is.
now I'm doubting myself. I literally love talking, but
No.
no, it is.
It's
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
Hey.
Of course it is.
It's
Hey.
it's like the
Oh, okay. So we spent a bunch of our pervert minute kind of tiptoeing around. And the second big coaching news is super exciting. So Natalie Nakase was just hired to be the head coach of the Valkyries, which is of course that new WNBA team in San Francisco. And this is exciting because Nakase was a coach for the Aces, was an assistant coach for the Aces for all 3 seasons that they went to the playoffs, and also was with the Clippers, I think, for 10 years.
Insane.
And my friend Christina, who is a longtime jockstrap and I think is in college right now, sophomore year for sports marketing, if I'm not mistaken, wrote to say, I'm hoping you guys talk about Natalie Nakase being not only the first Valkyries head coach, but the first Asian American head coach in the league.
That's really cool.
That's amazing.
Pretty
was-
freaking exciting.
She was part of the National Women's Basketball League, which honestly had either of you heard of that before?
I knew of the earlier leagues, but I haven't watched any. I
Okay.
haven't engaged in them.
Well, she played for the San Jose Spiders, incredible name,
awesome name.
and the San
Really should
Diego
bring back.
Siege, incredible,
Siege.
and was the league's first Asian American player, which is so awesome. She also played
Unreal.
for UCLA, so hometown school.
She's got a great resting energy. I was watching some interviews with her, and this is, of course, like right after she's found out. And you can tell there's just like a little element of shell shock, but she's being really graceful about it. And at one point, this man is asking her questions about the new job, and she's like, I'm sorry, I spaced out. I was thinking about losing to the Liberty. And
Stop.
And I
Yeah.
really liked that. And like, you just got this new job. You're being interviewed about this new job, and your head is still in coaching your old team that just lost to the Liberty. The Aces
Yeah.
losing to the Liberty. I thought that was badass.
She was
I love
also
that.
badass. She was a walk-on at UCLA.
Jesus Christ.
Walk-ons have the toughest work ethic. They
They
have the
really
toughest
do,
They
and
work
she
really do.
cracked the starting lineup.
Jesus Christ.
That's
That
incredible.
is incredible.
And she's hot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
pervert minute.
Pervert minute.
Katie.
Katie, go on.
I just think she's really attractive. I think she seems very kind.
Katie, this is pervert
I
minute.
think
You're safe.
she's,
This is pretty twisted stuff she's saying.
Yeah, I'm a fucking pervert. I think that I'd like to have dinner with her sometime.
Oh my God,
Yikes.
Katie. Jesus.
Um,
She's a person.
My God.
and
She has feelings.
She seems really, really lovely.
Whoa.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm in love with my partner, and I would never.
So
but I'm
poly.
just saying,
Whoa.
no. I just think she's very, very beautiful. End of
Whoa.
minute.
So you used your pervert minute to come out as Polly on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm not Polly.
Yeah, that's what
Oh
it
my
sounded like.
I'm not Polly.
And you know what?
She's 5'2".
Okay.
You're a pervert,
Yeah,
Katie.
I take it all back.
You're a pervert.
I take it all back. 5'2".
And now, and let me tell you something that changes. That is interesting
looking
to
up.
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll say less about that.
Yeah, we have to stop
Because the
right
pervert minute
there.
is
The pervert minute
done.
is over.
And I'll say less about
That-
that.
Maybe we could have it on the pod.
That would be so cool.
That would be
Honestly,
awesome.
I mean, UCLA connections. Maybe we just show. What if we just show up to San Francisco's first game?
Okay.
I mean, I think we should go.
Yeah, I
We
think we should
should
go
fucking
too.
We
go.
should go to the Valkyries' first game. We should just show up in our light purple. That's our colors.
Yeah.
I know.
You know?
kind of a lavender.
Kind of a
situation,
lavender. I've
dude.
never worn that color before in my life,
You
but I'll
would
do
look
it.
so good in
Oh, I think you would
lavender.
look great in it. Why haven't you
Thank
worn it
100%.
before?
I've never worn it.
No way.
Swear
I literally
on
can
my
see it
life.
on you right now. I can like very easily see you in it.
Okay.
It would look so nice with your hair.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think you would really kind of sparkle with that.
All right, I guess I'll be the Valkyries.
And you can do spring tones all the time.
Oh my God.
So
Stop.
can you. So can you.
You really can too.
You guys.
I guess we just show up and look really good there.
Yeah.
Just 3 sets of lavender scrubs. Walking.
Scrubs.
I will. I'm gonna call out Grey's Anatomy and be like, "Can I borrow?"
Oh my God! Get
Yeah.
us some scrubs. Get us some scrubs.
Guys, can I borrow?
Did y'all watch game 2?
I fucking
Yes!
did.
Were you happy with the result?
I was, because I was so stressed about what had happened game 1. I love Stewie. Stewie is one of my favorite players. I think that I think that they're a good person. I love their work ethic. I love watching Stewie play. I hate to see a great player be like, you're never, that one shot is never the reason a team loses.
Right.
But to have that be the story, the headline,
Oh, yeah.
sucks so hard. And so then when they came back in this like very triumphant way, I did feel that feeling of like relief.
I mean, I am rooting for the Lynx.
I am too.
And because I love a team. I love team ball. And I love that they don't have, I love that they're not a super team. I love that they're like that 1-star player, Nafisa Collier, and then all of these role players are like balling the fuck out.
Yeah.
But I will say for the league of it all, I'm excited that the Liberty, I'm excited that the Liberty won because like,
Yeah.
I'm excited they won.
No, I am too.
Because you want them to win at home.
and I want a longer series.
Me too. I want game 5. I want to go all the way.
This is a great example of a series that should be 7 games. I don't know why the final series would not be 7 games.
Because they want to lose money.
But you're right. I do think that the Lynx feels like a really, and I texted you guys this, like a really exceptional college team in that way of like the ball movement, like relying on everybody, that their best player is the defensive player of the year.
I know.
Like that is so hot to me. And I think that it's actually would be better for the league for the Lynx to win, to spread out some of these like power dynamics.
I do too. I really dislike, I think in women's sports, like these big dynasties, the way UConn was in college and Tennessee was, and the way Aces and Liberty could go, or we've seen that trend, because it just furthers the argument that there aren't enough good players. They're all concentrated here. When no, the fact is the league is strong throughout.
Yes.
And it just so happens that these things are happening. But I think Lynx winning really shows how much power there is across the league. I knew that Liberty was going to win game 2. They were too mad.
I know. They
were too mad.
Pissed.
They were pissed. And also, the Lynx just could not get over that like, what, 6-point lead.
Yeah.
They when you see them just never get over it, I'm like, well, it's just not going to happen.
That's the thing that makes me worried about them over the course of a series, though, because I've been on that team where you're like, you're always 6 points behind. And there are games where you can really explode past it. But a lot of the time that 6 points is like, oh, there really is a talent deficit. And we can't say that with New York that they're like, and the Lynx, that there isn't a talent deficit, because I am sorry, like Stewie and Sabrina are 2 of the most consistent and best
John
players.
Quell.
And John Quell.
Well,
and John Quell being a massive big man in the post.
Yeah.
But Stewie being a 3-point shooter at that size, and Sabrina being obviously one of the best shooters alive, like that's a really, really hard thing to dismantle over the course of 5 games.
Yeah.
I know.
But not impossible.
I'm not impossible. I also think some home court advantage for the Lynx is going to play into this.
I do too.
How are their attendance?
Great. I think they are like historically like a well-attended team.
That's awesome.
They have a very intense
intense fan base. And so I got to shout out Courtney Williams.
Oh my God, I love
Courtney Williams. And I love that Courtney Williams' dad goes to every single game and wears all of the merch.
I love it.
I love it. It's like healing something.
It is.
I feel like healing for all queer folks, like, and their dads.
I think Courtney's an interesting player too, because Courtney's been moved around a bit, you know, and I think that this is one of those examples of a player finding the right environment.
Yeah.
And so like this player with like a certain type of energy, a certain type of like almost like this awesome volatility, being able to find an environment that is structured and positive enough that they can really like use that volatility to catapult their team energy wise and points wise. Like really cool.
She's doing it.
Yeah.
She is.
She's amazing.
Also, my favorite part of that game was that wasn't there. You could bleep that.
And with that, let's take a break.
About to get jocular.
It feels like you can get your credit scores anywhere these days. Random websites, card statements, budgeting apps, heck, even your dog might bark out a few numbers. It's true. Credit Karma isn't the only place you can find them. But we actually do more with your scores to help you find your next financial opportunity. Like a more rewarding credit card, a game plan that helps you pay down debt faster, or a personal loan to help you save more on interest payments each month. Cha-ching! The possibilities are kinda endless. Download Intuit Credit Karma today to get started.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Welcome back. Today we have a special guest from ESPN's new 30 for 30 podcast, Girl v. Horse. Nicole Teeny is a filmmaker, runner, and storyteller who dives headfirst into one of the most honestly wild challenges you could imagine, racing a horse in a 50-mile ultra marathon. Nicole, welcome to the show.
Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us.
We're stoked to see your face because we've all been listening to your voice now.
I listened to your podcast as well, and then I was like, what do they look like?
Yeah, it's a huge moment for everyone here. Nicole, do you mind introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your background and like what led you to create Girl v. Horse?
I'm Nicole, she, her. My career by trade is being an artist, and so filmmaker and documentaryr. That's the term I've called it, I guess, documentaryr. And came up with that on the spot, and like writer and such. And I've done a lot of projects about other folks. So this was my first directly about myself, Girl v. Horse, which is my podcast for 30 for 30. As a runner, I've been running since I was in middle school on and off, and have done a lot of races in the last 10 years, just kind of like for fun, like those like half marathon, marathons and things like that. But I'd never raced a horse until recently.
I love you say that like we've all raced horses, and
Like
you
it's
just
on the
did
docket.
Yeah, or like marathon, half marathon.
Yeah,
I can't do friggin' like couch to 5K app.
No.
Honestly.
Is there anything in your life? I just think you must have such a special brain to run in the way that you do, like that level of dedication and focus. Is there anything in your life that has ever interested you as much as running did?
I think besides art making is probably the thing that interests me the most. But I don't know. I mean, friends, family,
You don't have to
life, but running is pretty high up there and has been, especially in recent years, but it's always been a part of me. I think it's been really nice to have something that is an identifier that's not like my career or relationship status, not just like relationship in terms of love, but like in terms of family and personhood in the world, but something that's just me, that just I'm in control of. I mean, to some extent, right? But something that is in my jurisdiction that isn't in the same way subjected to like employers or things like that. So
yeah,
I enjoy that about sports.
No, it's so true, because I feel like you talk a lot about how like, with your diagnosis of epilepsy, that you felt like you lost a part of yourself in trying to get back into finding yourself in running. And so could you just talk us through that process too, like, or that sort of like part of your story for our listeners?
So I've been a runner for a very long time, and it's been kind of the way that I feel strong, and also a way that I sort of process the world. So when something tough in my life happens, I go for a run, or if I'm confused or trying to figure out a problem in my life, if I can't think my way through it, I'll go for a run and I'll run on it. And it'll be kind of like my body will intuit an answer sometimes that my mind can't always intuit.
That's
And
Mm-hmm.
there's something mysterious about the intelligence of the body. And a few years ago, just completely out of the middle of nowhere, I started getting seizures. And there really was no warning sign. It just sort of suddenly started happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand death. I see it around me and see it with people that I care about and, as a member of the world. But it's different when it starts to like be right there in your face, like, oh, this is a thing that, your own mortality. And so at first I processed, oh man, I got to go run on that and think on that. But after I started to get multiple seizures and they were unable to control them via medicine effectively, then we started to, need to pull back on running for safety. Just because if you have a seizure in the middle of the street, like, we're crossing in a big city, that's not great. If there's cars coming or cement, things like that, and that was really difficult because here it was, this thing that I was kind of emotionally struggling with. I would normally go run, but now part of that I can't run, and part of the struggle is I can't. It just like became this loop of sort of like frustration. And I think sometimes when tough stuff happens in our lives, and when things that feel so bizarre, oftentimes we need some sort of hope to get us through, And when everything in the world felt so absurd and random, it kind of like the way you view the universe suddenly, like the order is no longer an order anymore.
Yeah.
Like aliens exist, that kind of insanity. Like, wow, then anything is possible. So it kind of made me think back to this dream I'd had many years ago to run against horses. And it before was just like this crazy idea that I'd had. Oh, wouldn't that be funny? Ha ha ha. If I raced a horse. And then when everything suddenly seemed so absurd, it kind of like took on this sort of like, well, that's the thing that I need to do. That's the thing that it'll be my way of proving to myself that I'm like, if I'm good enough that I can race a horse, then I'm back to be able to be me. It became kind of like this holy grail to sort of work towards to pull me out of a tough spot.
Do you feel back to you? Do you feel like it worked?
To some extent, like I feel connected more to my normal life again towards like the pieces that I feel stabilized again in many ways, not just medically, but in my sense of self. But it's not the same sense of self that was before all of it. Mm-hmm. I think for better or for worse, when things happen, in life, good and bad, they do sort of reconfigure our sense of who we are. Mm-hmm. Like now I am this other thing, whether or not I wanted to be, that those experiences have shaped me. I found myself, but it wasn't the same self.
It's wild to me, like listening to it as someone who's very, I have friends who run marathons, but like the ultra marathons and running that distance is pretty foreign to me. And the fact that there is a community that runs with horses, the man versus horse run that you mentioned is it Arizona?
Yeah. Arizona.
That this was already there. What was it like when you found another group of ultra runners ready to race a horse?
It was insane. They're very serious. Like,
oh my gosh, I would love to meet them.
Right? I went there thinking like this is going to be like a bunch of goofballs like me who are like, wouldn't it be funny if I raced against horse? But it turns out I met like many of the top ultra runners, including also an Olympian marathon runner,
Insane.
Molly Seidel. And I just like was completely shocked because I thought this was going to be this, I don't know, backyard race of like goofballs. And it was very intense. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. When you introduced it, it sounded like maybe somebody who had done CrossFit for a couple weeks and then decided they could race a horse. And then you got into it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a full world of.
Do you think the horses feel embarrassed when they lose? Like, do the horses' energy change when they lose?
I mean, wouldn't yours,
Yeah, 100%.
Or was there one particular horse where you're like, I'm going to beat that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Screw this one.
Screw that one.
There was one horse that I was gonna play, that I had my eye on. I met this horse at the beginning of the ride. Her name was Tuck, and its owner, it's human, I should say, said that they planned on being last place because they wanted to just sort of like take it easy. And there actually is an award for last place in endurance riding. And they don't call it running, with endurance racing. Sorry, they call it endurance riding, which is a very interesting perspective on doing a competition, because they don't want to emphasize that aspect of like pushing your horse too hard. So they value the tail end as well. So I just kept Tuck in mind, thinking like, I just got to beat Tuck, you know? Like, I just got to be like the last of the last. I just have to like aim for that.
Oh.
Well,
your sights high, right?
100. You know what? If you're racing a horse, I think your sights are already high.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not upset
Perspective-wise,
with
they're
you.
like 8 feet up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But now when I walk out of here, I think all of my life goals will be like, just gotta beat Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your podcast includes a lot of conversations with people close to you, your family and friends, your partner. Like, well, how did you get them to, like, what was that like for you to get them in these vulnerable moments and to have them on this journey with you? Also, the journey of your love story, which is also
I mean, I was smuggling through all of that.
obsessed.
Yeah, who's also now a runner.
I know.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's
You made her a
contagious.
runner. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, now she's a force that cannot be stopped. So I had started by a few years ago, my first feature documentary actually featured my brother and his friends. So they started to get used to like me following them around with a camera. At first it was very odd for them, but then they just were like, oh, Nicole, this is her. And so there was some familiarity, but what's nice about a microphone is that it's a lot smaller than a camera.
Yeah.
So it's easier to forget it's there. But there was some, and I'm sure you all as media makers are used to this too. It takes a minute for people to kind of get comfortable with the equipment and like the knowledge that's there. But with time, they slowly kind of get used to it. I'd say Marielle sometimes though would be like, Habibi, do we really have to record this? Habibi, no. And I'd be like, come on. Habibi, no.
No. Well, I think it's also very like you started it's early in your relationship that you're doing that, which is so amazing too. I'm like thinking about the people that I dated. Like I'm thinking about my wife now. I was like, would I be able to do that with? I don't know.
You would.
No, okay.
You would.
Very sweet.
I can barely get her in an Instagram photo.
That's true. Actually, you would not.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
You couldn't do it.
No,
No.
she's very private.
Oh,
Very private.
Well, I think it just speaks to how much people around you must have believed in you and your journey. And that's pretty cool.
It's really a beautiful balance between an individual's story and goal, dealing with this diagnosis, becoming an ultra marathoner, like over the course of this series. But your team does feel like such a vibrant part of the story as well, which is just no question, really. Just good job. I really love the way it's everything is woven together. It's just really beautiful.
This is crazy. We've talked a lot about your running and a lot about these cool ass horses, and I think the thing that we haven't hit for me is like your epilepsy is like also this like massive part of the podcast, and obviously we started by talking about how your journey really changes once you get epilepsy, but what is like going on in your body when you're experiencing that kind of, either fatigue or freedom while you're on this racetrack, and you've been really going through it mentally so much, trying to figure out, like, your whole life has changed with this diagnosis. Like, were you thinking about that while you were running? Were you processing any of that?
Yes. I think the race was, I created as a way to kind of come to terms with it, so to speak. So when I'm on the race, it's at the forefront of my mind to some extent. To some extent, I'm just like surviving 50 miles. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm just trying to get through it. But when my mind does have a moment to like think and ponder, which it also does because you're out there for a really long time, it does go back to the origin story of why I'm here. And I think in many senses, there's this like, there's two different sort of directions. One is, what is it going to mean after all this is done? You know? And then the other aspect that I'm kind of like teetering between two things of how I think about my body is, you know, it kind of failed me in this way, in that in the epilepsy way, and that really sucks. And I didn't really have control over it. And there's things that our bodies do that we don't want them to do, and we don't like or feel connected to. But then there was this other thing that I could make it to, which is run 50 miles against a horse. And that was something that my body does do that I feel good about, that I felt proud of, and that it made me feel empowered. So my relationship with my body is like complex in that there's not everything that I like about it, but there are some things that I think are pretty cool about it too. And I think that that's a healthy relationship. Like, we don't have to like, I don't need to like that I have epilepsy.
Yes.
But it is okay to like appreciate the things that it can do, you know? Just like a yin and a yang there, I guess. I don't know.
I have found your entire story fascinating. I know that we all did, and I cannot wait for our jock straps, our buddies, our listeners to listen in to Girl v Horse on 30 for 30 podcasts.
Okay, I know we have to leave soon, but my question right now is, was the horse's tail sweaty when you grabbed it?
And is there like a little cord inside, or is it like if you cut off all their hair, is there nothing there?
And did you
like
hold it with two hands? I know. I'm sorry. I'm really
so
obsessed with the tail.
With the tail. Like,
Oh man, and it's, I mean, I guess it's perfect that we're speaking about this at the tail end of the interview.
There we go.
There was like a cord thingy in it. It was so bizarre. It was weird, and it was thick, and the hair was coarse, which was like, I guess that makes sense. It rhymes with horse. Coarse and horse.
Yeah. If it rhymes, it's true.
Then it's got to be true, right?
Yeah.
And two hands or one hand?
Definitely two hands. I mean, if you're flying at that speed, you got to be holding with two hands. I mean, I don't know what kind of life you live, but two hands,
that is crazy, TN.
Sorry.
We're gonna
texting with the other.
We're gonna be sending you a lot of messages about the horse girl, but
well, Nicole, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us. Jockstraps, please listen to her podcast, Girl v Horse, through the ESPN 30 for 30. You can get it everywhere. I imagine everywhere you get podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
Everywhere,
Spotify.
yeah.
Okay, great. Listen to it. It's awesome. And find out.
Congratulations. Also, this is really awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, thank you. And thanks for having me, you all. This was so lovely.
Of course.
Get jocular.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Welcome back.
I thought you were gonna say more things. You froze. It's like someone paused you.
Okay, just say it. Let's do this.
Sorry. Welcome
Come
back.
to the Dracula Jamboree.
Jogging.
Welcome back
to the Jocular Jogging Jamboree.
Yeah. Sponsored by Harry.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Harry.
Yes.
Yes.
He turned his hot voice on.
I prepared a game for you today.
Yeah, he
Okay.
doesn't normally sound like this. Usually he's like, "Hey, I'm Harry. I'm Harry."
Yeah, when the mics come on, I turn into a different person, a better person. So yeah, I didn't have a ton of time to make this game because we moved the episode up to 8 a.m. on a Monday instead of 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. So most of my preparation time was taken up sending text messages that you guys didn't respond to.
Are you guys hearing a lot of excuses?
I thought we
So-
moved on from this.
You guys are hearing a lot of weird excuses, right?
Honestly, I think we need more of this from Harry. I feel awful.
So I prepared a little game, Jocular's Jargon Jamboree. You all remember how this game is played?
Yes.
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 I'm gonna
truth
read you
truth or facts.
I'm going to read you a sports term that's kind of silly,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to guess what sport it's from.
And it's a yes or no usually.
And the answer is the name of a sport.
Okay. True.
Okay.
And we're all on a team, right?
We're all
Yeah,
together.
I
we're
don't
all
want to do
together.
this thing
I
where
don't
you
wanna-
favor Katie and you give her first
Yeah.
round
You know,
draft
like
pick.
you know, I
And
cut,
then you give her all the easy ones.
I cut
No.
that whole game out of that
You
episode
did
of the
because you knew
podcast.
how unfair it was.
Well, because you all got really mad at me. There was a whole game we did
I
where
didn't
Katie
get
won.
mad.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you.
You let Katie go first every time, and then you gave her only easy ones.
Yeah,
you were asking
you-
me and Tian like medical
Yeah,
questions
you were
about
honestly-
AI models.
You had like a little cute little story before each, and ER and I kept getting like, "Hey, in World War II,
Yeah.
and then with Katie, you'd be like, "Hey, Katie, remember when we went to dinner that time and I ordered that thing?"
Yeah.
And then it was the answer.
Yes, or it'd be like, Katie, when you shoot a bow and arrow, which is the one that goes far?
I hate this.
It was arrow.
It was arrow.
It was Arrow, yeah.
All right, well,
All right, let's play your little
Anyway, I
game. We're
cut
all on
that
one
out.
team.
Yeah, you're all on one team,
Thank
and you're going to do
God.
a great job.
Wait, did you cut it out because I think I called you an idiot?
I didn't even re-listen to it. I just
Yeah, it
I
was
you
so
just felt the
harmful.
energy was so bad from
yeah,
us.
and the episode was long enough that I was just like,
I pointed
I can lose this 10
at you
minutes.
and called you an idiot, and then I pointed at everyone in the room and I said, "You're all idiots." And I do
Yeah.
actually remember that.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
so we're not going to play that game anymore, but we are going to play Jocular's
Yeah!
Jargon Jamboree. Okay, the first question. Spatchcock
Oh.
Yes.
isn't just a method for preparing chicken or turkey that involves cracking the rib cage to ensure proper and even
It
roasting.
is the best way.
It's also an awkward or poorly executed throw in this wavy sport.
Wavy
Wavy
sport?
sport.
Surfing?
No,
No, that's
it's a throw.
Oh, it's a
the-
throw.
Is it
Throw.
water polo?
Water
I
polo.
feel like
Wavy might be a bit of a weird clue.
Okay.
Because I mean wavy more like, hey, that's wavy, dog.
What?
What?
So
Like
Uh,
groovy?
Yeah,
groovy.
kind of, but more like wavy, you know.
Spatchcock.
Oh, well then like is it frisbee?
Frisbee?
Frisbee.
Ultimate frisbee is correct.
Wow, you
Katie,
too.
that was huge.
Yeah, that was really you.
huge, Katie. Okay.
That was cool. Wish I was in there for that.
No, I think we should
Keep that in there.
keep that in there and clip that handshake.
Yeah.
Okay, Charlie, clip it.
Wow.
Clip it.
Spatchcock.
Creeper.
Mhm.
I guess I usually don't say the word beforehand.
I'm looking at him.
No, we're not. No, we're not talking about the iconic green. No, we're not talking about the iconic green exploding monster from Minecraft. In this context, a creeper is a ball that stays unexpectedly low after bouncing in this precision-based sport.
Golf.
Oh.
Golf.
Golf.
Golf is incorrect.
What? Okay.
Okay.
And the precision would it bocce?
Yeah,
No,
precision
is
based
it is it
It's okay.
cricket?
creeper?
I mean cricket.
Cricket doesn't. Can you say the last part one more time?
No, we're
not
not
the-
talking about the iconic green exploding monster from Minecraft.
I was gonna ask to skip the Minecraft part.
What's that? You want me to say it again?
No.
No, we're not talking about the iconic green exploding monster from Minecraft. In this context, a creeper is a ball that stays unexpectedly low after bouncing in this precision-based sport.
Unexpectedly
After
low.
a bounce. So it has to bounce. And it's not soccer.
I'm gonna go back to it's golf.
No.
I know. He said that was not right.
I think he's gaslighting us.
Maybe it is
tennis? It's not bocce ball.
It's not bocce ball.
Fuck.
One of you did get it correct, and then
Cricket?
they were sort of yelled at for getting it right.
Maybe it was cricket.
Cricket is correct.
Wow.
So I fucked up with golf. I got cricket. And so I just want to say I apologize and I take it back. Is that cool?
Of course.
Can we just say even?
Even.
Yeah.
Even. Even.
Everybody ready for the next one?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I think it's important to move on.
Somebody call Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Just kidding. The only meat pie on our hands this time is the slang term for a goal in this rough and tumble sport.
That was so hot.
That was
You with a
really-
British
yeah,
accent.
Thanks.
That was really.
That's a huge smash for me.
Yeah. Talk about a meat pie in the booth.
Fuck!
Yeah. One meat pie I see.
Man.
Is it rugby?
Rugby, I think.
Yeah.
Meat pie?
Rugby is kind of incorrect.
Oh, Australian rules football?
Correct.
Wow.
Nice, dude.
Love that.
Thank
Nice,
you.
dude.
Thank you.
Only a couple more.
No, I love
No,
it.
stop. Don't say
Don't-
only.
don't
We're
say it
having
like
a
that.
nice
We're having
fucking
a
time
great
with
time.
you. Why are you being like this? We're having so much fun.
Yikes, that sounds uncomfortable. But a wedgie isn't just an unfortunate underwear situation. It's also when the ball gets lodged awkwardly in the equipment during a play in this high-scoring sport.
The basketball. Is it when it gets caught?
I don't think that has that name.
High scoring sport.
What's other high scoring
What's other high scoring sports? Like that high? Stuck in equipment?
Stuck in the equipment. I mean, yeah. Let's pitch it.
All right,
Basketball.
basketball.
Basketball is correct.
Wow.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we gaslit you.
You did.
Yeah, sorry.
But it's even.
We are all
'Cause I
taking
yelled at
turns
you for-
gaslighting each other.
No, I yelled at you for cricket. And also, we've never heard that before. And now I like it.
Wedgie, huh?
A wedgie, huh?
Wedgie.
That's crazy.
Wedgie.
That's what this game is all about. Learning
Learning.
new things and saying them out loud. Speaking of which, let's all take a moment to say the word blooter out loud.
Blooter.
It's pretty fun, right? But on a more serious note, it's also a powerful wild kick of the ball, often lacking accuracy in this fast-paced sport.
Is this rugby?
Rugby sevens.
Rugby sevens?
If it's a fast paced sport.
Is incorrect.
Okay.
A
Hey, we were
kick.
just kind of spitballing. We did not submit an answer.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we
Well,
were.
you did make eye contact
No,
with
no.
me.
No.
I do that the whole time anyway because it makes me feel safe.
There's
I
never a
had you on
time
the
I'm
monitor.
not trying to make eye contact with you, Harry.
I
Seriously.
gotta buy some sunglasses.
Blooter.
Blooter. Okay, can you read the end of that again?
Let's all take a moment to say the word blooter out loud.
Blooter.
It's pretty fun, right? But on a
Yes.
more serious note, it's also a powerful kick of the. Also a powerful wild kick of the ball, often lacking accuracy in this fast-paced sport.
I mean, is it soccer? I've
Or
never heard.
volleyball?
Kick. It's a kick.
Yeah, but you can.
Can you kick it?
Yeah, I mean, it can go off your foot in volleyball. You can keep it live in
Oh.
volleyball.
I don't know. I didn't know that. All right.
He just went.
He went no. Okay.
I feel I've never heard that word for soccer, but I feel like what else would it be?
We're submitting it.
Soccer.
Would you like to submit blooter?
Soccer.
Soccer for blooter? The correct answer is soccer. Yes, congratulations.
Wow. Is that must be a British term?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I've played soccer my
wanna
whole life.
That's the thing is I've never heard wedgie in my life.
Yeah, and I feel like are these terms from the UK?
A lot of them are making up. These are like fun terms that I'm coming up with.
I would 100% believe that.
I would believe that too.
I also believe that you could maybe get these from the AI machine.
Sure.
And the thing about the wedgie is that the wedgie for basketball, truly played
Right.
basketball my whole life.
Yeah.
And whenever that happens, everyone just goes, oh.
Yeah, it's
No one's ever like, wedgie.
But there,
But you will now.
I mean, there's literally an NBA wedgie tracker. We count how many times a basketball gets stuck between the backboard and the rim. I'm Harry, my mind is being blown right now because I've never heard blooter and I've literally played soccer my
Maybe
entire
these are terms for
life.
dorks.
Yeah, that was my alternate title for this game was Terms for Dorks.
Yeah, like we're the ones playing the sports. The dorks are the ones being like, that looks like a wedgie. Look, a ball's in that crack.
I'm looking at Bluter. Wow, I'm blown away. Thank you.
You're blued away.
I'm blued away.
Last one.
Yes.
Yes. Last one on Terms for Dorks.
Before everyone had cell phones, being careful not to hog the phone line was important. On the flip side, the hog line is when a stone must cross is on the flip side, a hog line is what the stone must cross to stay in play in this strategic sport.
Oh,
Curling?
Curling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Curling is correct.
Yeah.
And that's how you play.
Joculars,
Jargon,
Jargon,
Jamboree.
I thought we kind of agreed on the new name.
That's how you play.
Terms for Dorks. Harry,
Awesome.
I know we give you a hard time, but I really love those.
I love it's
and
my favorite game.
And I love the way you write them up.
Hey, thanks.
Let's have a pervert
My life for
minute
you.
of praise for Harry.
Yeah, ready?
No,
We're doing it.
I'm cutting it out.
One of the things that I love about Harry is even though he pretends to be a curmudgeon, he actually brings such good energy all the time and such thoughtfulness
not
to the
a minute.
That was not a
We
minute.
talked for so long.
No,
This is
Harry,
so cute. He's so shy.
Harry's
I
the best
love
and
it.
most supportive.
Yeah.
And he really brings out the best in us.
But he is not a baby.
No,
No,
and
he's not a
he
baby
is-
just because he's
not
so
a-
smart.
And he's taller than 5'5", I'll tell you that.
He's
Yeah.
definitely audience taller than 5'5".
That's right.
He's the average height of soldiers during World War II. He let us know.
he told us that.
Yeah,
And
which
we
is
said,
5'9".
get back in there.
Go back in the box. man.
Okay, well,
Time for mailbag.
let's
do it.
mailbag. Let's do it.
Okay.
Hi, Jackies. Hi, Tito. My name is Gabby, and I love the pad. Okay, I'm kind of creating my own country
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, I like
and
this. No.
accent.
And
Thank
words.
you for making it, Katie. Your laugh is so infectious, and I'm sick with giggles. Tian, your comedic wit is so fast, and I'm whip-lashed. You are so real, dude. Anytime you share your opinion, it's always delivered with tremendous confidence.
Thank you.
Wowie. Okay, here's my question. What are you competitive about that is not a sport? This can be something that's a competition with you or yourself or with others, whether they know it or not. Mad respect. Gabe.
Wow, that's a really good question.
I mean, I can turn almost anything competitive, and I think, like, in our industry, it
Oh,
can be
yes.
hard. I don't think so much where I am now, but younger, not being like feeling very competitive. I mean, I work at like my like day job. We have like a goal, and I made like a giant progress chart for all of us because I'm like always like
That's sweet.
I
compete
love
against
that.
yourself. Like, let's go.
I like that a lot.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I feel like in our industry, it is. I was talking to a friend recently, and it's hard. He was saying that he was going through a compare and despair time,
Yeah.
which is like spending so much time on Instagram and TikTok, and like I think as comedians, you have this like pressure to put content out all the time. And I feel that sometimes. And so recently, I told you guys when I came in here that I've removed TikTok and Instagram because I think feeling competitive in that way doesn't feel healthy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to like kind of just focus on myself in my own career competitively, like setting benchmarks and goals for myself. Because in reality, like what anyone else gets or what they do is like, it doesn't take away from what you do.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to like get better at.
Good for you for taking them off your phone.
I mean, I'm trying to
Yeah.
get better about that because it can be hard.
I think that I have a complicated relationship with time management.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very like serious belief that every minute of every hour should be utilized. And so when I do kind of collapse and I'm on my phone for an hour or whatever, or I just whatever, lose an hour to some kind of thing that I don't deem important, I really feel like, oh, what a waste of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think in some ways that's a gift, because there's so many things that I love to do that I love the idea of getting better at them all the time. But I will go for like 7 months at a time, and then have like a month where I'm like, please don't call me, because my body is like, you're sick now. You're sick. We have to make you sick to stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow, we got existential with that. I liked
Yeah.
that. But I'll give you a silly competition that I'm having with the neighbor who's throwing poop into my trash can.
Their poop?
Their dog poop.
Okay.
No.
Why don't you want it in your trash can?
Because, okay, I just want to wake up early enough from when the trash gets picked up that I take it in before they throw the trash can poop into the trash can, because my trash cans sit by my house. And every time I walk outside, I don't want to smell dog poop.
I think that's so fair.
That is completely fair.
Right?
Why aren't
Yeah.
they putting their dog shit in their own trash can?
I don't know.
Why are they only doing it to you? I will beat these people's fucking
I don't know.
ass.
That's
On trash day. Also, it's the worst when they put in the trash can just as it's the new thing. It's in there for a week. I think that's
Yeah.
mean.
Oh, it's fucked.
It's fucked up.
That's fucked.
It is fucked up. It's the new trash can. Don't put your poop in it.
I will only put dog poop in someone else's trash can when it's trash day.
Yes, that's
Like
fine.
if I'm walking and I don't want to, I'm just
Yes.
like, I'll just throw it in here.
No, that's okay because it's about to get picked up. Don't do it in a freshly picked up trash can.
Any bag of dog crap I find, I fling as hard as I can at whatever car window is nearest.
Okay, well.
Okay, see, that's what we have to start doing. This is why we say vote local.
Katie, if you don't mind, I think I kind of want to read this like a bridge troll.
Okay, do it.
Hellos. Now, I don't usually design mascots because I am very, very, very serious artist. Serious. However, if I was to design a mascot, this would be the one. I'm open to serious offers for this design because I'm a serious person, obviously. Rajad, I bet the WNBA will enter into a bidding war for this design. I'm going to be famous. Crivens, perish the thought. Can you imagine the shyest, most reclusive, most awkward person on the planet becoming well known? No thanks. Hope yous are all as well as can be. Warm regards and much love, Angela X. Is not AI. I have a video of me drawing it, and also fuck AI, truly.
What the hell?
That
is this just a mascot for basketball?
This is incredible.
This
and
is incredible.
I love it.
I did
Do you know
that,
what this
I did that voice and then saw this.
Yeah.
And so
No,
how
that's
fucking
actually
accurate was that?
very.
You nailed it.
Whoa.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Did you ever watch Real Monsters growing up?
The guy
The
who
guy with the
holds
holding
Yeah.
his
his
eyeballs. That's an incredible show, by the way, and very queer. That show is so queer.
Queer canon.
Queer canon, and this little critter person mascot
Do we have
belongs-
any info on the drawing itself?
All the information is in the email.
Okay, so let's describe it for
sorry.
our listeners here.
Yeah, and we will definitely be flashing this across the screen.
So it has it has half a basketball bottom.
Yeah, that's the bottom of it.
That's the bottom of it.
As if there's like a black void with a net around it sitting inside half a basketball bowl.
Well,
I see. It's like an upside down.
It's a net. It's a
It's a
goal.
net.
Uh-huh.
It's an upside down net where the basketball's half gone through,
Uh-huh.
and it has arms,
Little ones.
little ones.
Little bitty arms, and the head is a basketball, and I don't know if that basketball, it has very sharp teeth, if that basketball has just eaten a basketball or if the tongue is another small basketball.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
that's hard to tell.
That's hard to tell. And the eyes are two little basketballs.
With numbers inside.
I will say, if you say basketball in front of a mirror 3 times, this is what appears.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And we have to can't forget that the hands are holding like those like little foam number 1 fingers. Each one says F and one says U.
Yeah, and the finger's not a number 1; it's in the middle. So it's just a real fuck you.
I love this.
I love
Yeah, I
this.
Like, I would consider getting this tattooed. I love this thing.
It would look incredible. Where would you put it?
Probably right on your sternum.
You could do cheek.
I was gonna say like right, like chest.
Oh, I think like half cheek, half neck. You don't see that enough.
You don't see.
You
them
don't
up,
see,
Like, kind
you're
of
right.
Cascade. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna do it.
Half cheek, half neck
Or
is really
temple,
nice.
but really small.
Oh, that's really
behind
nice.
the ear.
On
I
the
already
other
have
side.
it behind the ear.
On the other side.
Kind of small in the nose.
Small in the nose would be nice. too.
Wait. You could do it on your nose. You could do the net right here,
Yes,
and then you do the
basketball
basketball
here,
like it's
And
a.
then the FU's under the eyes.
Holy shit!
Okay,
We
great.
figured it out. And then the eyes are your eyes. It's just like stick.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. Tune back in next week when Katie comes back with a new face tattoo.
Actually, we're gonna do it live on the pod.
Yes. Fuck yeah!
Wow.
Beautiful.
Well,
Wait,
thank
this
you
is
for sending this in.
really, truly, it is. It feels very holiday appropriate too. It's got Halloween vibes.
Yeah.
Angela, you're a talented guy.
Yeah. Thank you, Angela.
Angela, someone's gonna dress up like this for Halloween.
They should.
I'll say that.
And that'll be a creative costume.
And Spirit Halloween's not selling that.
Uh-uh.
All right, y'all.
Let's read
Well,
a couple reviews. Kind of wash our energy of that.
Okay.
image.
all right, here we go.
Okay, here we've got one right here. Does someone else want to read it? I mean, I feel like I do emails, but I can do this review too.
Okay, do the review too.
Okay. I love the pod. I'm training for a half marathon and I love listening while I'm running. I was in the middle of a long run and listening to the infamous Brown-Eyed Girl episode. And as I was charging up a hill, I had to stop, curled over in laughter at the understandable confusion between American Pie and
Thank you.
Brown-Eyed Girl.
Thank you.
I was laughing so hard that someone pulled over in their car asking if I was okay. Alas, I was. Thanks for the laughter, Maura.
Mora, I
Mora,
love you.
Maura, thank you also for being understanding because several people in here gave me a hard time.
Well,
I didn't say who. I just said several people in here gave me a hard time about confusing those two songs.
I didn't even know that American Pie was like the alt. That was the one that was supposed to. I just.
here's my thing. It was less about it doing that and then just immediately knowing that as a measurement of time.
That is longer than one brown-eyed girl said a psychopath.
It's how long it takes me to kill my victims.
One brown-eyed
My
girl.
one brown-eyed girl.
But thank you for writing in,
Yeah,
Maura.
thank
you.
We
This is awesome.
love
I
our
love it.
Scottish fans.
We really do.
Oh, all right. Well, if you want any advice from us, because we're clearly experts, please send it in for some bonus episodes we're doing where we're just giving advice.
Thank you so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at JocularPod. And because you begged for it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
begged.
Dirty, dirty, dirty.
We have our episodes up on YouTube now. Thanks to Charlie and thanks to, do I pronounce it Harry?
Yeah. To clarify, it's not full video episodes.
Right.
Just you can listen to them on YouTube. We hope to have more video stuff in the future. That's a goal of ours.
Good job, Hari.
Hari, right?
I love you, Harry. I'm
I
really
love
sorry.
you, Hari. And you can find it at youtube.com/@JocularPod. You know, rate and review us only if it's 5 stars.
Hari, can we get a little bit of reverb to sing the outro song?
Yeah, I think so.
Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Come on. Yeah, buddy.
Whoa. All right.
Outro time.
Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, fans. Goodbye, sports. Goodbye, podcast. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, fans. Goodbye, sports. Goodbye, jocular.
Jocular is hosted by ER Fightmaster Tien Tran and Katie Kershaw. Jockula is a production of Hyperobject Industries with Metal Art Media and was produced by Harry Nelson. Original music and theme are by Nick Gage and ER Fightmaster. Our executive producers are Claire Slaughter, Harry Nelson, Dan Lebitard, and Adam McKay.
All right, let's play a fucking game.
Yeah.
Little gay
Absolutely.
man, have a game for us.
Little gay man have a game for us?
I would not do that, Harry.
Thank you.
Fine, okay. Okay, sort of average height gay man has a game for us.
Thank you, yes, correct.
Medium gay
He's a
man. has a
medium
game
gay
for
man.
us.
Medium gay man has a game for us.
Average height gay man is maybe the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
You're welcome.
How tall are you? 5'4"?
5'8", 5'9".
5'4"?
That's fair.
No, it's
They're
not.
very tall. They don't know. They don't look down on. Well, they do look down on everyone, and that's just a matter of.
We're all the
height.
same. 5'8's beautiful. 5'8", 5'9 is beautiful.
It's such a
Thank
hot
you.
height.
It's a really good height.
5'9" was the height of the average fighter in World War II.
Oh. Let's send you to the trenches, Harry.
That was the most white dad.
Oh my God, it really was.
I
Well
want to
done.
read that
Ooh.
dissertation. Why do we have those facts and why do we need them?